Yeah, let's get going. All right. It is 5 o'clock. We'll call the special council meeting to order at this time. We'll have the clerk call the roll.
Bolt.
Here.
Vanderkin. Katarabik.
Here.
Fry. Here. Reckelberg.
Here.
Sikowitz.
Here.
Beeman. Schley.
Here.
Cummings. Sakala.
Here.
All right, we have 7 present.
All right, thank you. Alderman Cummings did reach out to me, so I don't know about the other two, but we will move. We have a quorum. Public input. If there's anybody from the public wishing to speak, anything germane to the business of the city of Manitowoc, may do so at this time. Anyone interested in speaking? Anyone interested? Did we have any previously submitted? We do not. We will close public input and we'll move to committee reports. We will start with finance, and Alderman Jim Bry is the chair.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The clerk has the document.
We have document 676, which is a request for an extension of premise from Bricks Place LLC for an event on August 15th, 2022. Committee to return same, recommending to approve the request.
Council, your pleasure on this report.
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Motion and a second. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Anything else, Alderman Bry?
Nope, we'll be good till, I guess, our next meeting.
Okay.
you.
Do we have public safety document, maybe?
Yeah,
Do you have it?
I do not.
Oh, do you have it, Bill?
I do have it.
Yeah, we need it. Sorry.
Waiting for the one remaining member, but
Yeah, oh, gotcha. We'll take that item up then at this time.
Mr. Mayor, the clerk has the document.
Yeah, thank you.
We have document 675, which is an ordinance to amend section 10.150, regulating arterial streets, section 10.210, regulating three-way stops, section 10.290, regulating one-way streets, and section 10.390 parking prohibited. Committee returns same, recommending to adopt the ordinance.
Council, your pleasure on this ordinance.
Move to adopt the ordinance.
Second.
Motion second, discussion. Alderman Bry.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just to clear up some confusion, I mean, there was some discussion about this, but I think we're all on the same page. But I was looking for my old maps, or I should say, new maps for the, I guess, River Point area. The intersection of North 11th, which now I realize does exist over the hill, as much of us older people don't realize that North 11th actually comes down here. And River Point Drive, is that a 3-point intersection, or is that a 4-point intersection where we're going to be putting 3 stop signs up?
It'll be a 3, River Point and the Boulevard. Yeah, because the river is right onto the
So essentially, it's
South side
it's
of
a
it.
T intersection, essentially.
kinda, but it's a boulevard too, so.
Right.
Oh, but it. Right. So that's not the way the,
The ordinance is written as a three-way stop.
yeah, I thought we did that on purpose because, yeah.
I'm not disagreeing, like I said, I was just making sure dotting the last I and crossing the last T in our discussion that we've had over the weekend. but
absolutely.
Perfect, thank you.
And well, yeah, appreciate that, Alderman Brian. And the only reason this is coming up is as we were getting everything ready and set for two-way, we noticed a couple things in here. I do know that there's, like one of the conversations over Huron and 11th Street being only a two-way stop instead of what would be four-way. Right now, it's three. We talked internally about the rationale for why we approved that way a long time ago. It's to keep consistency between 8th Street and 10th and 11th. If you look in the residential area, there's no stop signs other than 11th. We looked at the reason why there was a stop sign at 11th, and that's back when there was a school there, 2 gas stations, a mass amount of people. That's the only reason the stop sign was put there. So none of us at staff level or anything are saying that maybe we look at that and adjust and review when we see how traffic patterns go. Maybe there is a warrant for a four-way intersection there. But we just didn't see, we wanted to keep consistency more than anything on both arterial roads there. And then just, briefly, we did order all the signs. They were gonna put up extra signs there warning people that cross traffic does not stop. And then we did add taking out the parking stall in front of the Strand on 8th Street. We received a lot of complaints of traffic on Chicago going westbound, stopping at that intersection, not being able to see the lane of traffic. That was a new addition, I think, back when we wanted to add parking downtown and the Strand was out of business. Used to be a standing room only, so we recommended taking that out. I did speak to the owner of Strand, so he is aware of that, but we might look at a couple other intersections too. I believe Buffalo, the police department, Buffalo and 8th, the police department recommended as well for eliminating one parking spot just for line of sight for traffic, so. Just so you're aware, if you hear anything on that one in front of Strand, that's the only one we're doing right now. Otherwise, cleaning up language. Any questions? Sorry for that long explanation. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Anything else, Alderman Schley?
No, that exhausts our agenda.
Thank you. We'll move to the Public Infrastructure Committee. And
Are the document, I guess,
Alderman Bry. Yep, the clerk has the documents.
Okay. Document 648 is a report of Public Works, Board of Public Works of July 6th of bids received for remove and replace sidewalks complaints program, WS 22-3. Committee returns same, recommending awarding to low bidder Highway Landscapers, Inc. in the amount of $29,987.50.
Council, your pleasure on this report.
move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second. Motion second, discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 649 is a report of Board of Public Works of August 3rd of bids received for River Point Riverbank Project, WS 22-23. Committee returns same, recommending to reject the current bids and to rebid the project.
Council, your pleasure on this report.
Move for adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second. Motion second, discussion. Alderman Bry.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We do have Adam and Dan here. If I don't know if one of them could explain what we're potentially doing here. We will be eventually, the recommendation will be, is to rebid the project.
For a spring start instead of
Correct.
what would have been
And
fall.
significantly, hopefully less money as well, so, but.
Yeah, so obviously this is a little unusual and not something I want to bring forward to the committee and the council by any means. As you know, we bonded about $3.5 million for improvements at River Point for this year. So far, we have gone ahead and awarded the concrete paving and basically the landscaping in the boulevard and some of the aesthetic features. That totaled just about $1.7 million between those two, which left us give or take $2 million for this remaining work that we're hoping to get done this year. The base bids came in at $3.9 million. With add alternates, I believe it's like $4.8 million. Obviously, $2 million does not equal almost $4 million, so we do not have the ability to take on a project of this scale at this point. The reason we're looking to reject the bids and rebid it, we'll be looking at a couple of things. Number one, we're hoping that by bidding it in fall or early winter, that maybe we'll be able to get on some clearer schedules in spring of next year, which should help some cost. There's also some further investigation we can do on some things like the pilings for the docking system that we're putting out there, that because of the time crunch of trying to get this out on time, we did not have the ability to do. But if we do that, The design probably can be simplified, which might save us a substantial amount of money. And then we can also look at maybe moving some funds from our EPA cleanup award to take on some of the earthwork that is on this. But since that is federal funds, we kind of have to split it out differently than how we bid it this time. And then quite honestly, we'll look at any other value engineering that we can do to try and bring this cost down. But unfortunately, at this point, it's a recommendation not to move forward with that work and then try and get it all cleaned up and ready to go for spring.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you. Yep. Any further questions, Alderman Bry? Any? Seeing none, then all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Since that was the only reason we needed a special meeting. Just kidding, just kidding. Thank you, Adam.
All right, document 650 is a report of Board of Public Works of July 6th for eighth and final payment of $18,350.50 to Automated Energy Solutions for building automation system upgrades for the safety building, WB 2121. Committee returns same, recommending payment.
What's your pleasure on this report?
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Motion second, discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
Document 634 is a resolution to provide municipal water to properties outside of the city limits. Committee returns same, recommending to adopt the resolution.
What's your pleasure on this resolution?
Move to adopt the resolution, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Motion second, discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Anything else, Alderman Bry?
That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
What do we got
Or-
there?
Two more agreement, or two more documents?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, you're right.
Okay,
I
let's do
took
them.
them all in one, sorry.
All right, document 651 is an amended intermunicipal agreement with the Town of Manitowoc, Town of Newton, and the City of Manitowoc for water service. Committee returns same, recommending to enter into the agreement.
What's your pleasure on this report?
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Motion and a second, discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously.
And document 653 are municipal water installment agreements with various property owners. Committee returns same, recommending to enter into the agreements.
What's your pleasure on this report?
Move for the adoption of the committee's report, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Motion second, discussion.
I guess, Mr. Mayor, if you'd like to read every one of the agreements, that'd be good.
I think I have to sign everyone. Yeah,
I'll let you off with that one.
yeah, thanks. Any further discussion?
Just, it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. It's-
It took a while, but finally,
Yes.
finally got it done. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimously. Now, anything else, Alderman Bry?
No, I do not. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Mayor.
All right, that exhausts our agenda. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So move. Second.
We are adjourned.